Hello, friends. The rumors are true. The return is back. This is my first stream in, looks like a month and 9 days. So thank you all for rejoining me. I'm ready to get back to it after a very, very busy November and early part of December. I think everything still works. I think all the buttons are still there. I think all the settings are still right. We'll see. I'm sure there will be some mistakes along the way, but I got my beer ready for the mistakes drinking game. And we have a fairly new to me plane to play with, the FlightFactor Airbus. I have been flying this around offline for the last couple days, getting ready to take it online and stream it all for y'all tonight. I am... Hey, thank you, Mr. Iowa Scotsman. Yes, we're past the time to abort. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for sticking around for 4 months.
He's back. Happy 4th anniversary. Past time to abort.
Indeed. This plane has been fun for me to learn because I am far from an Airbus expert, which actually makes me the kind of person they didn't want buying the plane at this point. But thanks to a couple friends of mine who are very knowledgeable in such things, a couple of real world Airbus 320 pilots have been setting me straight. So that's been it's been fun to get to know it. It's definitely very different than the Boeings. Tonight, I have planned in our Frontier Flight 320. We're going to get out of Denver. Denver's not too bad. Visibility 10, few clouds. Salt Lake is where we're going, and Salt Lake is not so good. And I saw this METAR and I got very excited about it. Let's see if Nightbot's going to pull it up for us. It's thinking about it. It's thinking. It's thinking. It appears to have given up. Let me try one more time. There we go. So winds are calm at Salt Lake, but hey, there's Fred. Also an undesired member. Yes. Yep. No, there's something about...
I'm also an undesired member of the FFA 320 Master Race. Teach how fly plane.
I won't guarantee that we'll teach much, but maybe you'll learn a thing or two that I have learned along the way. But yeah, Salt Lake weather, winds calm, visibility 1 mile, very low ceilings, RVR 6,000 feet, mist, overcast at 300. So we should be right down to minimums into Salt Lake. It's actually improved a little bit since I started planning. It used to be much lower. So we used to have overcast at 200. And it's improved to 300. So that's good. But it should be a challenge. I did plan a alternate of Provo, and we'll have enough gas to get over to Provo. Provo's weather is not nearly as bad, even though it's not that far away. It has visibility 3 miles in haze and clear skies. So it's just Salt Lake that's socked in right now. And Provo has an 8,600 foot runway, so that should be no challenge. But we're just getting started here. We're sitting at the gate. We're on the network. We have filed our flight plan. We have not done anything else. So I need to go use this handy iPad here and load us up. Yeah, I haven't flown anything else since I got it either, which is unfortunate because I just got the FlightFactor 757 extended and then this came out. And I was very excited for the Freighter 7.5. My back fence neighbor is a 7.5 captain for FedEx. So I'm looking forward to playing with that with him. But it's been all this thing all the time. All right, so we need 53 kilograms of gas. Done. Passengers tonight, 131. Pretty close to full. So that cargo is fine at 24. All right, ground's on, chocks are on. Go ahead and pull on the external power. Batteries can come on.
Southwest 117, contact tower 120.3.
I don't need ATC quite yet, so I'll silence him for a moment. Most important setting of all, the IRS alignment speed to 10x, very critical. We'll get that started up here. There we go. Logo lights can come on. let's go ahead in here and do our init. We'll call for clearance in a second, but we know we are at Denver and we know we are going to Salt Lake. That hopefully will not change in the clearance. We are Frontier 579. Tried the rotate with not good results. Yeah, that plane is, the rotate is cool, but it's a mindset shift compared to the Boeings, that's for sure. Cruising at 380. Look, the IRSs are already aligned. Isn't that great? I love that feature. All right. 0 fuel weight tonight. We'll grab off the iPad. 54.7. And for fuel, we blocked in 5.3, 5,300. Fred, you cannot yet use Navigraph to update the nav date. Navigraph actually said in their most recent cycle, they're actively working on it and they expect to have it done before this cycle's over. So be watching for a patch from Navigraph. In the meantime, some people have been telling me you can pay Aerosoft for data. I'm just honestly holding off until I can get the Navigraph data because it should be pretty soon. So we are flying with old data tonight because we're naughty. All right, so weights are in, 2 to 3 weeks, Iowa says. Transition altitude will be 18,000. You can't make that a default for some reason. I don't know why. We have plenty of runway so we can flex takeoff to 20 degrees, even though it's -3 out there. Flaps will be 1 for departure. And this is something I learned from watching Cat's stream. You take this number, 33.2. You go over here. You say, all right, 33 is, we'll call it 1.0 down here. And then you put DN for down 1.0, obviously. That'll give us V1 and VR of 130, a V2 of 134. Should be just fine. No issues there. All right, we are ready to pick up our clearance just in case we have a route change. I don't want to program everything and then just have to redo it. So clearance is on 1875. In the meantime, we will arm the lights, belts on, no smoking on. The rest of this can sit for now. We won't turn the APU on until we're more ready to do something. Denver clearance, good evening. Frontier Flight 579, look to pick up clearance to Salt Lake.
Frontier Flight 579, Denver clearance, good evening. Clearance on request, standby.
Is AJ streaming tonight? No.
Put on here.
He is not.
November 143 Victor, Tango, San Francisco ground, ensure transponder mode T, runway 28 right at Echo, taxi via Charlie Echo.
I think.
I don't know how I was able to hear both the controller and a pilot at the same time. That was kind of weird. We filed the Rockies 3.
All Express 187 affirmative, descend via the Surfer to arrival, San Francisco altimeter 3017.
Rockies 3 has a top altitude of 10,000, so that's what I'm expecting. We'll get our METAR in there while we're in there, or our barometer, I mean. 3014.
Southwest 117, clear runway 8.
Can plan our pushback while we're waiting.
Southwest 117, taxi via Alpha to the ramp,
Turns
monitor ground
around
point 9,
here.
so long.
Alpha to the ramp, monitor ground point
Ground to
9,
cockpit,
Southwest
plan
117.
acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Thing I've
Frontier
learned.
Flight 579, forward clearance, advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy for Frontier 579.
Frontier Flight 579, clear to Salt Lake City Airport, foot 3 departure, Kremling transition. That is filed. Climb via the SID, maintain 10,000, squawk 1345.
Okay, Frontier 579, foot 3 departure Kremling, then is filed. Climb via the SID up to 10,000 and 1345 for Frontier Flight 579.
Frontier Flight 579, read back correct.
All right. Mr. Swim Nerd, good to see you, my friend. Mr. Tricks for Days, good to see you as well.
United 582, going to Tri-Cities, please. We got
We're going to
whiskey.
get 1345 in the box. We'll go TARA.
Yeah, United 582.
All advisories, and the transponder is
Direction,
on.
United 582, clearance on request, standby.
So yeah, on. All advisories, TARA 1345 is our code. We need to get our departure runway expectations to program this sucker. So I'm going to call up ground.
Going field clearance Delta 186, going down to Pascal.
Oh, thanks,
so
Mr. Tricks.
Info whiskey.
Delta 186.
You modeled
Boeing
yourself
clearance,
like
clearance
mine.
on
Oh,
request,
man. That's
standby,
cool, man.
number 2.
I certainly am pleased with my setup. So I can't speak for how you enjoy yours, but it works for me.
And Sky Harbor clearance, United 241's ready to copy to Las Vegas, IFR with Victor.
I'm guessing we'll get
241, Las
16
Vegas,
left.
number 3 on request, standby.
No, we're on the east side of the field. We'll most likely get 17 right, and if we don't get 17 right, we can likely request it. Wait a minute. Where are we? This airport, I swear. We are on, yeah, we're closest to 3-4 right. So that's what that's my cheating way of figuring out where the hell we are at this airport, which has like the most symmetrical layout in the history of layouts. Partner to start a virtual airline. My status with the virtual airlines has pretty much been there, done that. I don't think there's much in that for me. I like being able to do whatever I want. Mr. KSLC. Good question. It's been so long, Fred, I honestly can't even remember what I have loaded. I know it's custom. Is it the Mr. X? Yes, it is. Yes, we are flying into Mr. XSLC. That's how long it's been. I have no idea what scenery I even have. All right.
Number 143, Victor Tango, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 right at Echo.
Our
clear
flight
for
plan.
takeoff, wind 160 at
So
3.
I had to figure this out. To program the SID star and runway, you push the item of the runway, the airport you're departing. We are going to plan for the moment for 34 right.
Boeing delivery. Alaska
3.
2258. Flight to pick up IFR to Tri-Cities. We have the weather.
And
Alaska
let's see,
2258,
transition.
Boeing clearance number 4 on request, and no flight plan on file yet.
Alright, we'll retry, refile for 2258.
You can make a livery, that's fine, man. I'm all for it. Don't quite know how to get the transition in here. Usually it pops up over here.
Ready to copy.
Ready to copy at
All right,
582.
I'm gonna
United 582, clear to Tri-Cities Airport.
turn that off for a minute because that's just noise in the background we don't need right now. Let's go review this departure. Maybe there's a reason it doesn't show the transitions here. It would not surprise me. Suppose we should look at the departures, not the arrivals. Mr. Tricks, thanks for the follow. Oh, okay. The reason we don't show any transitions is because that's the only one. We have to go to Kremling whether we like it or not, so that's fine. No sweat. Oh, okay. All right, so yeah. Linger, Krona, Ralphie, Rapids, Pickens, Foot, Penny, Kremling. There we go. Yeah, it's unfortunately a little bit out of date, Mr. Fred, but hopefully for not too much. Doesn't sound like it'll be too much longer. Next to EKR. And then from EKR, we're going to pick up into Salt Lake. We will plan I guess the ILS 16 left for now. We'll be arriving on the Lehigh arrival. That also shows no transition. Guardy 2 is not... oh, there it is. Yeah, Eager. There we go. Guardy 2 is not super new, I don't think. All right, so let's take a look at this. That gave us a whole bunch of new fixes. We've got a discontinuity right now into the arrival, but that's fine. We'll clear one of those and clear the discontinuity and roll with that. We are sitting at Denver at the moment. Now, does this have descent planning? Yes, it does. Excellent. So I'm looking here to seeing the descents are indicated. Hang on, I just realized you can't see my cursor. What was the name of that tool that I downloaded for that? This is a great example of why I should stream more than once every 6 weeks or so. I can't remember the name of that tool. Never get old, my friends, because you start forgetting things like that. It's all right. We'll roll with it for now. It's all good. All right, so that is all set. Routing is set. Taking off from the east. I think we're going to take off to the south, if I'm not mistaken. And we've got climb via SID up to 10,000. So I'll put that in here. Okay. I think we're ready to go ahead and get pushed back here. We'll throw the beacon on and turn the APU on. Let that spool up. You can watch it here on the APU screen. Now the APU generator will not automatically take over the electrical load until you remove the external power, which was another somewhat unexpected way this thing works for me. Like, see how it says 0% here? I think that's telling you it's using 0% of the load because external power is still on. But if I go up here and turn off external power, we come back here, we'll now see it's 65%. So it's the APU is just taking on the load by doing that. All right, APU bleed can come on. Let the pack cycle for right now. Rest of this looks okay for now. Let's go ahead and get our outside closed up here. Baggage loaders can go. Fuel truck can go. We'll pull the chocks and the ground power unit. And close the front door. Which means I'm done with this for now, so I'll turn that off, just so it doesn't distract me. So we're all closed up here. We'll go ahead and start our pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Is that our tow? Why is it going all the way over there? Oh, there it comes. Go ahead and retract the jetway here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, I also am ready to connect. we connecting? Are we thinking about connecting? There we go. Wait for that to start us going. Yeah, I know it's taking its sweet time. We really want to watch that detailed tug nose wheel lifting animation. Really just drink it in.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
You got it, friend.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Well, let's do it. Packs are off. APU bleed is on. Engines to ignition. Start engine 2. Oh, I did it too fast. I noticed this. If you turn the knob, sometimes it doesn't quite catch up. There we go. I know it worked this time because that got highlighted, and of course the N2 comes right up. You're welcome to hang out on the Discord, Mr. Tricks. I don't know how much improving it needs right at the moment, but I'm always open to ideas. There we go. It's starting slow but sure. Engines are a little quiet. Let's go see about turning that up a little bit. Nope. All right. We get what we get. All right, there we go. Now if we look at the hydraulic systems, we'll see we have hydraulic pumps. Pumps on. Generator 2 is on now instead of faulting. And we're ready to start number 1. None of that having to add fuel nonsense. This plane takes care of that for you. There's just one switch. All right. 2 good engines. Go ahead and kill the APU. APU bleed can come off. Packs can come back on. Strobe can come on. That all looks fine.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Alrighty.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Standing by. We'll set auto brakes to max, bring the brake fan on, arm the spoilers, flaps to 1, and set our trim. There we go. Go back to the ground frequency. What did we just push off of? A gate. There is no label on it. All right. Should also call out Cessna Rocks for the great work on the livery here.
Ready for taxi with the weather.
He painted like 8 or 9 different Frontier tails. I chose the penguins for tonight. Mr. Goldsy, good to see you, my friend.
Well, Express 187 North California, Roger. After Menlo cleared Iowa, runway
Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
Oh, I sure plan to.
Alaska 2258, rolling ground, runway 14 right, taxi via Bravo 1.
Yeah, his JetBlue pack is also
14 right
excellent.
via Bravo 1, Alaska 2258.
So this is where we'd like to go. 3-4 right. This scenery is super bare
coming out of the northeast ramp here.
So
taxi with current weather.
we may have to do a little bit of
North 186 to Boeing ground runway 14 right, taxi via Bravo 1.
Okay, Bravo 1 to 14 right, Delta 186.
Busy tonight, so. And Denver ground, Frontier Flight 579 just pushed, and we'd like taxi for 34 right if we can get it.
Frontier Flight 579, Denver ground, roger. Denver's actually south, and I was going to give you 25. That's what they're launching off right now. Did you want 34 right still?
We can do 25. Just give us a second to reprogram, and then I'll call you back for taxi.
Frontier Flight 579, roger.
All right. We can handle
United
that.
241, contact departure.
Departure United 241.
We'll go off 25.
Tower United 582, departure 14 right.
Still on the foot 3.
United 241, Phoenix
Yeah.
departure radar
I don't even
contact.
need to set that because it's already there.
210.
Insert that. Take a quick
United
glance
582,
at the
Boeing Tower,
procedure.
wind calm, runway 14 right, cleared for takeoff.
Go take off
25 heading
14 right,
263 to intercept 294 course to cross Mugby, Krona, Ralphie, Rapids, Pickens. So that's Mugby, Krona, Ralphie, Rapids, Pickens. Hey, Kilo, good to see you, friend. Mugby at 10,000. Krona, Ralphie, Rapids, Pickens. But that all looks fine. And Denver ground, Frontier 579, ready for taxi for 25.
Frontier Flight 579, runway 25, taxi via Gulf.
Gulf to 25 for Frontier Flight 579. Could be a lot worse at Denver. This airport diagram is bonkers. Mr. Trix, we can talk about that. Hit me up after the stream on Discord. We can chat about that.
Boeing Field, Delta 186 departure 14 right, and sequence.
All right, our takeoff, little mini checklist here. Auto brakes on, signs are on, spoilers are armed, flaps for takeoff.
Delta 186.
We'll test takeoff config. Normal, all good. Coming up on hotel here, which means Gulf will be the next one.
Departure United 582.
United 582, Seattle departure radar contact. Climb and maintain 15,000.
Go up there? Nope, that's Fox. That means this is Gulf right here. Denver is the personal racetrack. I mean, it's huge. Everyone has to do a Southwest taxi here, otherwise you'd be late. All right, now we're on Gulf. Well, we will be. Gulf's over here. Gulf should take us straight down the runway in front of us there.
Delta 186, wind calm, runway 14 right, cleared for takeoff.
All right, here we go, 14 right, Delta 186.
Hey, Eccentric. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. It's a nice crowd for my first stream in 6 weeks. It's much appreciated.
United 241, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
Already got a couple of resubs that rolled in right off the bat. That always feels nice. Appreciate everyone's support, even though I'm not always able to stream as much as I would like. So we're cleared up to 10,000, which sounds like a lot, but it's not that much when we're already at 5,400.
And a Boeing Tower, Alaska 2250. I'm not sure if you just want us to monitor your frequency or let you know we're holding short 14 right.
Alaska 2258, Boeing Tower, it's fine. Runway 14 right, line up and wait.
Alright, 14 right, line up and wait, 2250.
Lots of streamers flying tonight. Lots of familiar voices out there.
Delta 186, contact Seattle, departure.
For departure, Delta 186.
United 582, proceed direct to Yakima VOR, contact Seattle Center on 126.6 for hire. Delta 186, Seattle departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, 15,000.
All right, we made it to 25. Got the right runway. That was a good feeling.
That is 582, Seattle Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Take a minute here and switch our radios up. Tower for runway 25 is 2875. And the departure frequency off the chart is 126.1.
100.
Perfect. Red spoilers are set, flaps are set, trim's set. Signs are good, pressurization's all good, fuel's great. Engines are working. Autopilot is set. I think we're ready to go. Anyone see anything I missed? Stop for a beer break while we think about that.
Alaska 2258, runway 14 right, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
14 right, clear to go, Alaska 2258.
I guess we didn't turn our taxi lights on. That was a mistake. Should have done that. There. Now they're on. Turn off lights are on and taxi lights are on. Denver Tower, good evening. Frontier Flight 579 holding short 25 at Golf. Ready to go.
Frontier Flight 579, Denver Tower, runway 25, cleared for takeoff, wind 230 at 8.
230 at 8, clear for takeoff 25, Frontier Flight 579. Any lights on?
World Express 187, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Approaching 25.
That is built into this plane. Little
San Francisco Tower, good
runway
evening.
warning
Express
system.
187 is with you, ILS 28 right.
Kind of cool.
World Express 187, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 right, clear to land, wind 160 at 3.
On
Clear to land,
runway
28 right, World
25.
Express 187.
All right, I do manual toga usually.
Alpha 186, radar contact lost. Alaska 2258, contact Seattle departure.
Departure 2258.
There's V1 and rotate.
Alaska 2258, Seattle departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, 15,000. United 582,
high
radar contact
altitude.
lost.
Takeoff performance not quite so happy. All right, we'll go climb. Our autopilot get knocked off. Go back on. There we go. We're back to climb. So we set the throttle to here. That lets the autopilot know it can take it over. We're in nav mode and a climb to 10,000. The FPW feels fine. I think it doesn't feel that different to me than a Boeing, honestly. Maybe
Alaska
I'm just
2258, turn left heading
a
100.
rube, but all right, flaps can come in. And we're going to hit 10,000 here real quick. Spoilers can disarm. Brake fan can come off.
Alaska 2258, turn left heading 100. Frontier Flight 579, contact Denver departure.
Over to departure, Frontier Flight 579. Denver departure, good evening. Frontier Flight 579 through 8,800 for 10,000.
Frontier Flight 579, Denver Center, radar, correction, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 210.
Flight level 210 for Frontier Flight 579. Okay. Up we go. Now I'm interested to see if this levels us off at 10. Yeah, it is leveling us off at 10 because of that crossing restriction. But we were told we can climb on up. So I guess I will do a VS climb. Oh, DP climb. Yeah, there we go. Will that do what I want? Let's see. This is one of the things about Airbuses is there's not the sort of same knobs and switches on the autopilot are not there. So there's several ways you can manage the climb. All right, this seems to be doing what we wanted, which is speeding up and climbing without worrying about the restrictions. In general, if you push the knobs in, it tells the plane to take over the setting. If you pull the knobs out, it's you taking control over them. This was what Sendero told me, and that helped me a lot. That helped me understand what I was doing.
Express 187, exit right on, if you want to roll down to uniform, that's fine with me. I'm guessing you're going to North Cargo.
It's way less intuitive to me, Kilo, and only because I have more practice, though. I've already got started to sort of figure this thing out, at least a little bit. Open climb. There we go. That's what I wanted. Thanks, Brandon. I just push and pull stuff until it does, until it seems like it's doing what I want. That's my strategy.
Alaska 2258, 126.6.
Yeah, I could also clear out the restriction in the FMC, but that would require knowing how to do that, and I don't. I need to move my eye point forward just a touch, too. There we go. I see the city there.
Seattle Center, Roger. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
I'll be flying down to Denver in February in the real world. I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. Going to a pond hockey tournament. Oh, no, we forgot to start
Frontier Flight 579, contact Denver Center 133.67 for hire.
Was that 3367 for Frontier 579?
Affirmative, 133.67.
All right, thanks, Frontier 579. All right, 33... 67. Denver Center, good evening. Frontier Flight 579 through 15,000 for flight level 210.
Frontier Flight 579, Denver Center, Roger. Climb and maintain flight level 380.
380, 579. All right, go ahead and set that up here. Honestly, half the reason I do these streams is so people can tell me what I'm missing. And Brandon just confirmed that pulling out the altitude goes into open climb. That's what OPCLB does, which I thought that's what it meant, but I wasn't quite sure. Like I said, I'm a terrible ambassador for this plane. I bought it even though I don't know what I'm doing with the Airbus, and they specifically said, please don't buy this if you don't know what you're doing. But I'm not very good at following instructions. So I bought it anyway. And I've just been begging all my friends who know things about airplanes to teach me how it works. Pajamas, hello, good evening. I am really liking this plane. I've been flying it quite a bit. I even flew it on VATSIM, amazingly enough, because the Northeast had such crap weather that I really wanted to fly around in it and see what happened. That was my first VATSIM flying hours since 2011, and did great. I am a fan. I think it's absolutely worth the cash. And if you get a chance to get it, you should get it. All right, through 180. So we'll go standard on the Barrow. Lights off. All right, so we are now headed to Pickens. So we're still on the departure. Mr. Tricks, this is PilotEdge. This is not VATSIM. We'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off since we're nice and stable in the climb here. Get an update on that Salt Lake weather. Oh, lovely. It started snowing. But the ceiling lifted a little bit. So, no, PilotEdge is not free. But as you may have guessed from my stream name, I actually work on the network a little bit myself. So I do not pay for it. Yeah, deliciously crap, says Kilo. I couldn't agree more. Which was why I chose this flight. If Salt Lake doesn't work out, we will divert over to Provo and deal with that. I have no idea how to do a diversion in this plane. But we'll figure it out one way or the other. Mr. Trix, you can get all the information you could ever want about PilotEdge at pilotedge.net. I'm guessing most of the people watching the stream are fairly familiar with it at this point. So I'm not going to break down the whole thing live on the stream, but that's where you can go to get all the information you could ever want. Yeah, Provo's should be fine.
United 241, contact LA Center 133.55. Good night.
Take a look at Salt Lake. Yeah, Salt Lake's using the 3.4s, so that should be fine. With the overcast moving up to 500, we should be okay to get in. I was slightly concerned when it was overcast to 200, because that would have put us right at minimums for everything except a Cat 3. Let's have a topic climb estimation. UTC 2019 simulator time. It's about 16 minutes. Go ahead and throw that on my overlay. In total, this should be about an hour in flight. So it's a pretty short trip. Pajamas, we definitely do training, but the people we hire have some sort of controlling background. So if you're like most folks and only a sim controller, then we'd look for a VATSIM C1 level of proficiency before bringing you into PE. Or if you have real world experience, we'll consider that, of course. I have tried the controlling since I do have a VATSIM C1. I in fact have a C3. And PilotEdge controlling is not for me. It's too much airspace to cover. I can't keep up with it. Alright, so we're direct Kremling now, which will take us off the departure. We'll then be direct to Meeker. Let's go ahead and pull up that arrival. Clear the discon. Yeah, I will in a sec. I actually need to go in here and reprogram this for landing north. Do we want left or right? Do we care? I'm guessing we don't care. Go check the minimums on those approaches real quick. Nope, they're both 200. We'll just plan 3-4 right for now. Alright, so coming in from Meeker, Racer, Mighton, Thistle, Spain. Yeah, Spain will probably be at 16,000. Oops. I did 160 knots, didn't I? Shoot. Slash 16,000.
Alaska 2258, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain 11,000.
There we go.
Yakima.
All right, rest of that looks fine.
3058. Use that one for now.
Clear the discon. It will not let me clear it. Not allowed. Do I need to insert first? Nope, not allowed. Maybe it's because this ends in vectors. Or maybe I can clear manual somehow. I don't know. Not going to worry about it too much right now. We're a ways from needing to worry about
3
that.
Victor Tango, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain
Oh.
level 230.
After Kremling, we have a discon. Really? How did that happen? There we go. Just clear the blank space between manual and the next. I thought I was doing that. Maybe now that I did. Yep, I'm hitting the one right next to the flight plan. Yeah, that's Goldie says you can't clear it because you require vectors. That's what I thought. But we did clear the one that was at Kremling, so. Well, let's go see, Mr. Trix. We are currently predicting Salt Lake at 2054 UTC, so about 45 minutes or so, according to the plane. Yeah, I didn't realize I actually had a discontinuity after Kremling. I didn't when we took off, but it probably happened when I changed to the departure runway. I'm guessing that's what happened there. I noticed because I was looking at Kremling on the map, and it there was no green line after that, which tells me that the plane didn't know what to do next. So I'll fix that. Move hacker up, says Iowa. Well, I won't. I don't want to do that yet because I don't actually know exactly what approach we'll get. So yeah, I could move hacker up after Plague, but on the arrival, if we are going to get 3-4 right, then after Plague, you actually intercept the localizer right away. That's what this says right here. So this actually is what we want it to be. Centennial. I haven't been to that airport in the sim. Yeah, flying over the ski country. I'm gonna turn on airports here and zoom out a little bit on the map. Yeah, Eagle County off to the left. Somewhere over there. Very summery texture set. I'm pretty sure in the real world this is a little more white this time of year. It's one weakness of ortho is getting the seasons. Wish we could figure that out. Wish we could get more relatively real-time satellite stuff. Even just a couple different sets of textures for snow and non would be pretty cool. I'm sure it'll come. Everything advances quickly, so. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this plane. I have not found any bugs in it yet. I know it's just supposed to be beta, but I certainly have not found anything yet. I haven't played with it in every circumstance. Like, I haven't gone through every single thing you could possibly want it to do, but I certainly haven't found any issues. So for a beta, it's pretty usable. Turn terrain on. I'll turn on both sides, why not? Yeah, Goldie says he has not been able to break the plane yet. That has been my experience. I've broken myself trying to figure out how it works. And we may have more of that tonight. We'll see. But well, I should credit the people that helped teach me the ways of the Airbus. Send Arrow. I don't know if you guys know Send Arrow. He streams now and again. Is a real-world Airbus 320 pilot. He has a Twitch channel, so go toss him a follow. And then a man who I am imagining needs no introduction, Mr. Cat's Trader. Streamed this a couple weeks ago, and I watched his stream, and that's how I learned a couple of the tricks of this particular plane. Like the fact that you have to clear the transponder twice before you can put numbers in it. If you just start typing numbers when it's showing 4 zeros, it won't work. You have to hit clear twice. I would have never figured that out.
Where are you able to fly?
Oh no, we
direct
took
to
off
right
with our
now?
engines
Or
on.
where are you flying
ignition.
direct to?
On normal. There we go.
Let's get 2258, roger. Clear to Tri-Cities Airport, Pasco VR direct, and contact Chinook approach on 128.75.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're waiting for on the release, but it's certainly release quality. I quite agree. Based on what I've been able to do with it and what I've seen. Symbol, a wild symbol appears. He says, "Wait, what? Flying? On my Tim PE stream?" Yes, it's true. It's true, Mr. Symbol. We're back in the saddle. Thank you for your resub, sir. The welcome wings are out.
Oscar 2258.
Mr. Symbol.
Expect back there for the ILS runway 21 right.
Welcome back. Yeah, I'm sure there might be some graphic things they want to tidy up. Thank you for the sub, Mr. Symbol. I don't know why you got the I don't know why you didn't get the resub credit. Probably because it's been
Saying you're after your contact. LA Center now 135.5, 35.5. Let's get 2258. Just on to maintain 7,000.
Yeah, it's true. You're not wrong. All right, coming up on Meeker. Yeah, the failure coding is definitely going to be a thing too. I know FlightFactor is big on having very detailed failure modeling, which isn't as interesting to me. I'm not personally a big fan of doing failure-based simulation, but I know that many other people feel otherwise, so. So we're about ready for the Lehigh 4 here, or Lehigh 5, I should say. We'll see what our descent instructions look like. This does not have a firm descent until quite a ways along, so I don't know why my mic keeps popping like that. Turn it down a little bit. Yeah. I know other streamers are a big fan of simulating all the failure modes and all that, and that's fine. I don't have a big, like, vendetta against it or anything. It's just not my particular level of interest, I guess. All right, that should do better. Be a little better with the mic. Hopefully less pops. All right, top of descent at 2052. Assuming that we descend for what I programmed, which is Spain at 16,000. And put in our arrival information here. Current Salt Lake. Let's get an update actually. Mist. Low RVR. Overcast still is at 500. 30:43. Temperature -4. Wind is calm. We'll call minimums at 200 for now. We might go change that later. Transition altitude will be 180. VAP of 131 and a landing speed of 126. Should be manageable. We are just creeping on up to 380 at a grand total of 400 feet per minute. We're doing Mach 0.8 while we're doing it, so can't complain too much, I guess. Clear estimate. And I suppose I'll put our top of descent estimate up there. 2055 Zulu. Current time 2018. So plus 37. How's our fuel projection looking? Oh yeah, we're looking at 2,000 kilograms on board. No sweat. ATC chatter sure died down a little bit. Frontiers are all plain white. No. Mine's working. Works for me. Hey, Chazers, I am not active on as a PilotEdge ATC. I do have a couple VATSIM ATC streams on my channel. I do some VATSIM ATC work in ZLA just to keep current and get a chance to push some planes around now and again, but I'm not an active PilotEdge controller. Wow, 6 hours of Euro truck. That is a lot.
Delta 186 Tri-Cities, clearance is on request, standby.
Little wind up here. When I was flying last night from Boston to JFK, I had 150 knot headwind. Just straight. The arrow was pointing straight down. It's brutal. Ground speed is something like 300. With a TAS of 450. It was awful.
Alaska 2258 is set to maintain 3,000.
Where am I off to after Salt Lake? That is a great question. It sort of depends on how the Salt Lake landing goes. I don't want to count those chickens yet. The weather there is bad enough that we may have some issue getting in and we may have to get creative. Or at least have to go mist and try again before we get creative.
Flight 579 contacts Lake Center 135.77.
Salt Lake on 3577 for Frontier Flight 579. So we'll see if our plane and underwear and spirits are all in one piece after this landing before making any further plans. Salt Lake Center, good evening. Frontier Flight 579, flight level 380.
Frontier Flight 579, Salt Lake Center, roger.
Should head up to Pasco, says Chazers. Yeah, I hear there's some activity up there. Josh is up there, and I think I might have heard Max. AJ. A. Jonesy, I should say, not AJ. We'll see. I'm still getting back into streaming shape here. I did not bite off a easy, non-challenging flight tonight, so like I said, I'm not quite ready to count them all until we get this thing safely on the ground in one piece. Get on the ground somewhere. Salt Lake, Robo. A diversion would be fun. I just don't really know how to program that in. There's no like alternative flight plan button, and you can't hit init in midair to change like the basics. So I guess you could go, yeah, secondary flight plan maybe that's what that's for. It would take some work. So we're going to try and land this thing at Salt Lake and not have to divert. We'll leave that research for another day. When we're not live. We're somehow on heading mode. Don't quite know how that happened. I'd like to get back on nav mode.
Alaska 2258, turn right heading 120.
Oh God.
Delta 186, clearance available.
Oh God.
Ready to copy.
What have we done?
Delta 186, cleared to Boeing Field Airport, Tri-City 7 departure, Vector C, Yakima, Chins 2 arrival. Maintain 10,000, squawk 4046.
Oh, we're on secondary mode. I don't want to be on secondary mode. There we go. Hey, Marcus, thanks for the host. We're looping back. I don't want to loop back. Don't want to do that. We want to go to Meeker. Direct to Meeker.
Alaska 2258, descend to maintain 2,500.
I don't quite know why it has this big looping course being shown here. Because Meeker's behind us? Oh, yeah, that's why. All right.
Alaska 2258, 7 miles from Jivdu, turn right heading 180,
Mighton
maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer, clear down left runway 21 right approach.
There we go, that looks better. All right, we figured it out.
Alaska 2258, heading 180 to join.
Cheers to that.
Frontier Flight 579, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Pilot's discretion down to 240 for Frontier Flight 579. Go ahead and start a descent. Oh, sorry, Kilo. I didn't get a sub notice from you, I don't think. Nope. I did not. All right, down to 240. With the Windows app. Oh yeah, I've never used that. There you go. You got it. Thank you for the prime, Mr. Kilo. Appreciate that. Welcome back to the family. All right, so after Maiten, we're going to go Thistle, Spain. Yep, that's right. Destination data is in. Yep, we're all good. No worries, Kilo. I understand, my friend.
Alaska 2258, contact Tri-Cities Tower 135.3.
Exiting the ski mountains and making way for the plains. Get a few stutters here as the tiles load. We've started our descent, so I'll go ahead and put our landing. It's got about 22 minutes. We'll add a little bit for
Alaska 2258, Tri-Cities Tower
25 minutes from right now.
1040 runway 21 right, clear to lift.
Does this plane bark while taxiing? I don't understand that question. If that's a reference, I haven't streamed in so long that I've forgotten it. Sad. Oh, the hydraulic balancer thingamajig. I don't know anything about that. That's over my head. Yeah, it's quiet all over the network tonight. It was busy earlier with all the stream guys flying up to Pasco. Quieter now. One of the other reasons I haven't streamed in the last week or so is I threw out my back, which I was very annoyed about because it prevented me from hanging out with Fred, who was in town. Sorry about that, Fred. But I was sort of stuck at home, working from home, which in a way you would think would be fine for streaming because I'm just stuck sitting at my desk, but I couldn't reach the pedals without streaming my back. So I just had to kind of like sit straight up and down. And I really wanted to do some simming and like take advantage of the fact that I was sort of stuck at home and couldn't do anything else, but it was not to be. No, I've never heard of that symbol. I've never heard of that. I don't fly on Airbuses a ton, to be honest with you. I flew on them quite a bit. A couple weeks ago, I flew out to Boston on Virgin America. So I went Portland to San Francisco to Boston, and then Boston to LA to Portland on Virgin America. So that was a lot of Airbus 320 time. But other than that trip, it's been probably 5 or 6 years since I've been on an Airbus, since I mostly fly Alaska, and they're all Boeing. Oh.
Alaska 2258, taxi via
That's
Alpha
Fred, that's
ramp,
funny.
monitor ground point 8.
Oh, I'll check this out symbol.
Frontier Flight 579, contact Salt Lake Center, correction 125.57, 2557.
2557 for Frontier Flight 579. Well, I didn't hear it on my Redwood flights, but I may have been too many drinks deep by the time we were actually rolling. Salt Lake Center, good evening. Frontier Flight 579 out of flight level 327 for 240.
Frontier Flight 579, Salt Lake Center, roger, cross Spain at maintain 16,000, correction, Salt Lake City altimeter 3043.
3043, Spain at 16,000, and we'd like to put the ILS 34 right on request for Frontier Flight 579.
Frontier Flight 579, roger.
All right. Spain at 16. Go ahead and enter descent mode there. Yeah, nah, I've been there, Fred. I've been there. All right, we're descent mode to 16,000. That all looks fine. Got a nice shallow descent going here. Captain Keelhauler, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Good evening, sir. Hope you're enjoying the stream tonight. This is my first stream in this plane, and probably my third or fourth flight. I made some good landings in it, and I made some bad landings. Hopefully this one will be okay. Looks like we're steepening up our descent rate here. Go ahead and turn the seatbelts back on. Time to put away the trays. Seat backs upright and locked position. One thing I really miss on this plane is my indicator of when I'll reach my programmed descent. I'm sure it's indicated. I don't know if it's the purple circle or what exactly the iconography is. Like I said, I have no manual for this plane. I'm just winging it. So I have no idea if it's actually showing me where my level off point to my current program descent is on this. But I missed my little banana from the Boeings.
Alaska 2258, roger, cross runway 30 at Alpha, taxi via Alpha and Echo.
We're toying with the overspeed here. Just right there. Oh, there we go.
Alaska 2258, you can disregard the Echo. Alpha should just take you straight in.
Sebastian, I actually noticed that myself. I was looking outside the plane and I noticed the spoilers didn't seem like they were up very much. I don't know what that's about. Probably just protecting you by itself. Or protecting you from itself, I mean. You know, I won't let you up overspeed, but you sure can make it overspeed if you put the flaps out, and it gets real mad if you extend the flaps over the flap extension speed. Oh boy, it will not be happy with you. It just shows the descent deviation. Ah. Oh, that looks like a bunch of stuff I don't want to touch. Yeah. Exactly, Brendan. Exactly. Alright, we're coming up on 180. Any lights out? Yeah, pink circles the descent profile says it's Bestorama. Well, Goldie, I don't know if the real one will, but this one definitely will, because I've done it, and it gets furious. Salt Lake altimeter 3043. All right, coming up on the city here. That's Salt Lake? I actually don't know. No, that's Provo. All right. It will yell at me, but the flaps won't physically extend. Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that. I just assumed that it was yelling at me because the flaps were actually extending. We should get our Salt Lake approach handoff here in just a sec. And this approach dovetails very nicely under that approach. Where's the fog? Says Goldie. Good question. We'll see what Exenviro has for us. I'm ready to throw that anti-icing on any time. Symbol, I don't think I can extend loans to such unsavory characters. Sorry, my friend. But win it back, he says. I don't believe you. All right, so there's our level off at 16.
Altimeter setting.
I got it. It's 3043. We're good. Don't yell at me.
Frontier Flight 579, contact Salt Lake approach 128.1.
28-1 for approach, Frontier Flight 579. Salt Lake approach, good evening. Frontier Flight 579, 16,000.
Frontier Flight 579, Salt Lake approach, roger. Information, Yankee is current at Salt Lake. Advising we've got Yankee, descend via Lehigh 5 arrival. And after Plage, cleared ILS runway 34, right approach.
There you have it. All right, we'll descend via the Lehigh 5. We have the weather and cleared ILS 34 right approach after plague for Frontier Flight 579.
Roger.
And that is one of the reasons pros picked this approach, is that it goes straight from plague onto the approach. Plague is on the plate, so the ATC makes ATC's life very easy because they don't even have to vector you. The star just lines you up perfectly. Get our localizers turned on. First officer to ILS mode. So we got to maintain 11,000 to plague, basically.
186, Tri-Cities ground runway 30, taxi via Delta.
I'm glad you're once again rich, Symbol. And fun bucks. I know, Fred. I'm going to be very disappointed if we don't get any wicked weather. Visibility is down to half a mile. Overcast is back down to 200. Like, this should be a white knuckler. So far, it looks like the nicest day in the world out here. Enviro is turned off. That would do it. I don't know why it was off. There we go. Now we got some weather coming in. I don't know would be turned off. It's always on by default. It's weird. Spestorama, thanks for the follow, my friend. And for the Airbus lessons. So that got us something. We still don't have that dense fog, which means it's all going to pop in at once. Annoying. All right, we're level at 11 now. Oh, there we go. Now it's coming in. All right, let's go. Anti-ice for wing and engines. No, at least we got something.
PS 9806, Denver clearance, good evening, roger, I have a full route clearance, cleared to Salt Lake City International Airport, foot 3, departure, Kremlin
Tower's going to be on
transition,
1905.
Meeker, and then the Lehigh 5 arrival, that's been up-numbered twice since what you filed. Climb via the SID, maintain 10,000, and squawk 7023.
Alright, we're receiving the localizer. And the glide slope, but we're a little high.
UPS 9806, readback, correct.
Approach mode is on. Excellent. Oops. Old habit, pulled out the throttle. Can't do that. There we go.
186, Tri-Cities Tower, wind 010 at 3, runway 30 cleared for takeoff.
We need to do a VS descent here to get back underneath it. Yep, glide slope is, oh my gosh, what's going on there? Yeah, glide slope's not captured, we'll get it.
Delta 186, also fly runway heading off runway 30.
Nope, still over flap speed. Shovel. Yeah, I know, right? Looks like a flooding in Salt Lake. Trying to get this thing low enough so we can get back on the glide slope here. This plane is a real bugger to slow down. No kidding, we're at full brakes. All right, there's the glide slope.
UPS 9806, runway 17 right.
We are below gear extension speed, so that'll help throw those out now that we're configured. Now that we're on the glide slope, that is.
Frontier Flight 579, contact Salt Lake Tower 119.05.
Tower on 1905, Frontier Flight 579.
Delta 186, assigned transponder code should be 4046, contact departure.
All right, now we can go
Okay,
flaps.
4046, we're departure. Delta 186.
Salt Lake City Tower, good evening. Frontier Flight 579, ILS 34 right.
Frontier Flight 579, Salt Lake Tower, runway 34 right, clear to land, wind 360 at 8.
360 at 8, clear to land 34 right for Frontier Flight 579. So we'll go flaps 2. We're a little bit over the speed there, but not... Yeah, see, there's the complaining I was talking about. Let that slow us down here.
Delta 186, Chinook departure, radar contact.
Flaps 3 is where it really starts hitting the brakes. If you can get flaps 3 out, you can slow down. No problem after that. All right, full flaps. Speed brake in and armed. Flaps full. Landing configuration looks good. Anti-ice will stay on for the duration. We're slowing down nicely on glide slope on localizer. I really thought we'd be sucked in more than this and be minimums all the way down instead of this very low layer. Auto brake, thank you. Medium auto brake and brake fan on. Oddly enough, that's not on the little landing reminder.
Delta 186, proceed direct to Yakima viewer.
All right, we're at 1,000. Oh, take the plane. Clear that. Disable auto throttle. Clear that. No, you're off. Go away.
Approaching 3-4 right.
Landing clearance is obtained.
500.
Runway looks good.
Delta 186 contact, correction, Seattle Center 132.6.
100 above, 300. Minimum 200.
Delta 186 Seattle Center, roger, climb and maintain flight level 240.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
Oh, we floated it big time. Never had that floaty of a landing in this plane before. Full reverse. We'll skip that high speed. Reversers in. Well, the weather was not... Yeah, it does sound like Jeremy Clarkson, doesn't it? The weather was not nearly as much of a factor as I had hoped that it would be. I thought that would be much more challenging.
Approaching 1-4.
All right. Get clear here. Good evening, Mr. J. Falcon. Thank you very much for the host. Sorry I couldn't call it out. We were just on short final there. Salt Lake Tower Flight Left, Frontier Flight 579, clear 34 right. We'd like to taxi straight ahead to the gate.
Frontier Flight 579, taxi via Echo and Hotel to the ramp, monitor ground 123.77, so long.
Echo Hotel to the ramp, monitor ground. So long. Thanks for the help. It's all right, J. Falcon. No worries. No sweat. I actually know where the Frontier parking is, so we're just going to take an available gate here next to our United friends. Yeah, I think so too, Sebastian. We'll go out and watch the replay once I get parked. That is the first time I've floated this plane, though. Usually I've been having the opposite problem and smacking it down too hard. So, Simple thinks it was due to the lack of skill. He may also be correct. Flaps can come in. Spoilers down. little autogate friend here. Brake set. Chocks on. Ground power on. Switch it over. Engines off. Ah. The beautiful sound of the jetway approaching. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5. Sebas says, and he's exactly right. It should be like 2 announcements. Oh no! Oh no! Well, apparently we'll be departing from the middle of the airplane tonight, not out the door. Good to know. Let's hop off
disconnected
PE here and we can go into replay and see what happened. The jetway in replay mode is now... Oh, nope, it fixed itself. Never mind. Yeah, ground handler did not come through on that one. All right. We'll watch first from the outside, then we'll watch it again from the inside. So nosed up there, and instead of just continuing my descent, it just leveled me off. Like 1 foot above the runway. Which did make for a very gentle touchdown. Our center line was not too great either. But that is the first time that's happened to me where we've just sat 6 inches above the ground like that. Nose is a little high, and we should have pulled power off sooner. But can't ask for a smoother touchdown than that. We certainly had plenty of runway to work with. We didn't even come close to being in trouble there. Let's go back to the cockpit view. I feel like it's foggier now than it was when we landed earlier. Thanks, X-Enviro. Thanks for nothing. Oh, our instruments also aren't working. That's too bad. I wanted to see the descent rate. Well, I guess we found a bug in replay mode. Huh. Weird. All right, I want to do one more thing here, which is to sit on the runway. Oh, that's cool. And just like that, we vanish. Yeah, this fog is definitely denser than what we actually landed in, and I don't know where the overcast is, because you get like 200 feet off the ground and you can see just fine. So. Oh, here comes the jetway again. Now what's going to happen? Oh. Oh no. Into the airplane, yes. Once again. Oh, sad. Well, and the best part is, let me see if I can get it to do it again. If I put it into replay mode and back it up. Let's see. METAR says 200. Yeah, but there should be like something above the VV. Yeah, watch this. The jetway goes down to load up the rampers. I guess. Oh, goodness. I don't know who's flying the passageway, but it's about to come for our heads. Duck! Well, I guess we can be deplaning out of the captain's door here. All right. Well, on that note, I'm actually going to call it a night. My back is not loving this sitting up straight up and down stuff. I'm going to throw it over to Josh J. Gibbs using the new raid feature that they added to Twitch during the 17 years I was away, and see how that works. Thank you all for watching and joining. It was great to have the activity, the subs, the resubs. We'll do it again, hopefully very soon. Probably some more Airbus. So. Oh no, I thought it was... Oh yeah, okay. Raid Josh J. Gibbs. There we go. Alright everyone, have a good one. We will see ya.